None of this can be done without leadership. And leadership starts from the top. And I have a special thanks for our superintendent, Ms. Bess Reynolds. I'd like her to come up and speak right now.
Speaking of leadership, a person can do nothing without others helping. And that's what today is all about. Cultures, people coming together in harmony to make a difference. A difference in our community, a difference in our world. That's what we are all about. And you know where it really begins? It begins with the children. The adults here know that children may have arguments, little fights, but the next day or the next afternoon or the next morning, it's all over. They've forgotten it and they go about playing and enjoying one another and respecting one another. The adults is not so much the same. So we have to put our faith, our hope in the future of our children, because they are the ones that will make the difference. It's our responsibility as adults to let them know how to become leaders, how to respect, how to love one another. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you today. You are beautiful, each and every one, in your own special way. Each of us has a light, and we must let our light shine brightly so that we will have a better world. Thank you so much for inviting me, and have a good day.
As you can see on this podium, there are many people from many different areas and different parts of the city who have come to visit us because this project is so important. At this point, I'd like to introduce Dr. Sharon Dunn, Director of the Office of Arts and Cultural Education.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here and to see all this excitement and activity. I don't think there's anything that you could do that's more important than the work you've done this year. I want to congratulate the teachers for their excellent work, the parents for what must have been a lot of behind-the-scenes support, costume design, and getting kids to the right places at the right times, to the principal and the superintendent and all the school staff who have brought you together in this beautiful way. At the Central Board of Education, we're very concerned that the children in our city have an opportunity to learn about each other and to learn how to become productive and responsible adults. My visit this morning has convinced me that the children of PS 167 are getting a very solid and basic preparation. I look forward to seeing you grow up, because I think we're going to be very lucky when you become adults and are those in charge of our city. Good luck, and thank you again for including me today.
My next honored guest is a representative of the Pan-Trinbago organization, and I'd like to introduce Mr. Winston Monroe.
Good morning to each and every one of you. I feel like a kid in a candy store here today. This is certainly a pleasure watching you young people all dressed up in your costumes, getting ready to parade. I think it's a reflection of the good work, the hard work that the teachers and your parents are doing with you. I urge you to continue your education, continue what you're doing, because it is important, it's very important that we have this unification among us. We are a culture people, and without a culture, you don't have a people. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for inviting me here this morning, and especially the teachers, the principal, and all the staff. I wish you continued success in all your endeavors. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce a representative from City Councilman Enoch Williams' office, Ms. Linda Price.
On behalf of Councilman Enoch Williams, you've done a great job. And as your theme reads, peace and harmony, that shows that you have balance. And in that balance, you can set out to achieve any goal that you want to. So continue in your great work that you're doing here, and for everyone, a lot of success. Thank you.
In the Honorable Andrew Stein's office, Ms. Carolyn Saunders.
Good morning. To the principal, Mrs. Liddy, to the assistant principal, Mr. Geller and Mrs. Porter, to the superintendent, Mrs. Beth Reynolds, to the distinguished guests, parents, students, teachers, and friends. It gives me a great pleasure of being here today. Crown Heights community, all of you are not strangers, because I live here too. And I know the kind of peace and harmony that we are all about in our community. The incident that happened last year has brought many people together. And the City Council President speaks the same. We say to our parents and our teachers and our surrounding community, please listen to our young people. They do have ideas, creative ideas, that in the future they may become teachers, lawyers, doctors, and friends. So I say to you, peace and harmony, and let us begin to work together even much more closer. By working with the borough president and other elected officials, we meet on a monthly basis at his office for the Crown Heights Coalition. That movement is ongoing, and we will continue to meet to bring about peace in our community. And through peace and harmony, it's through our youth that we must listen to for creative ideas and creative minds. Thank you.
Now to introduce a representative from the mayor's office. The mayor was supposed to be here, but he did send a representative, Mr. Richard Bartlett.
It does say Michael, not Richard. I'd like to address the boys and girls here today, so my honored guests and parents would forgive me. I'd like to speak to the children more so than the adults that are here. I just want to say that Mayor Dinkins had every intention of being here with you today. I don't know if you know that he's in Washington right now, speaking with our congressional leaders about trying to get more money for the cities. The last 10 years, I believe the city of New York has lost some $34 billion in aid from the federal government. So he is in Washington with a number of our leaders trying to get more money for the city of New York. I have been asked to speak on his behalf today. A little tall order. I just would like to share my own personal feelings with you. I know this is going to be a long, hot summer, and many of us in New York are looking to this community as to what will be your response this summer. The world and the nation are looking at this community to see what will be the response of this community this summer. Little children, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, what I have to say to you is that God hears the prayers of little children. I'm going to call on each and every one of you this summer, when you see the pain and the suffering that I'm sure is going to come, and the killing and the arguing and the fussing and the fighting, I'm going to ask each and every one of you to pray that you come out of this okay, and that your neighbor comes out of this okay. But even more so, it's not just a matter of prayer. I'm going to ask each and every one of you to show a little respect for your brother and sister, and a little respect for yourselves. Brothers, they say that half of you are going to end up in jail. I'm asking you to think about that, and to have respect for yourself, and to do the right thing. Sisters, they're expecting half of you to end up pregnant and nursing little boys and girls at age 15 and 16. I'm asking each and every one of you to respect yourself and to look out for yourself. I trust that each and every one of you can carry that respect as you go through this life. I wish you a peaceful summer. I thank the parents, the faculty, the school administrators for bringing you together. I just hope that you can live the message that's a part of this ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bartlett, and I'll be writing the word Michael 10 times till I get it right. Before we go on to our children's speakers, there are a few guests on the dais that I'd like to introduce who are sitting on the podium. I'd like to introduce Mr. Herb Ewells, UFT representative in District 17. Ms. Helen Stambler, Director of Arts Partners. And now we're ready to turn the program over to the children, and we're going to start. And I also forgot to mention our reading coordinator, Mr. Richard Gianquinto. And now the children's turn. We're going to start off with two students who are going to speak. And both of these children are very talented children. And first I'm going to introduce a young man from class 310, Mr. Collins' class, Rondi Lyles.
This is the poem. To make peace and harmony, you need a brain. You need the knowledge you have to gain. Black or white, it doesn't make a difference if we keep on killing for nonsense. Look deep in your heart and soul and try to reach your best and high as gold. Brothers and sisters, black and white, we should come together so we can unite. It's the way we have to live, so give while there still is hope. It's your life, you'll have to cope with it. So do the best you can to save man. The word with the P is prejudice. The other with the H is heritage. One is good and one is bad. The one with the H can make it glad. It's not always white and not always black. There's always some, and that's the fact. The world with the P we should mold it through and make it a better place for me and you.
Our next talented student is from class 4-405, Miss Sam's class, Natalie Claude.
Peace and harmony, that's what we need. Don't you agree? So why do we doubt and why do we shout? Italian American, African American, Jewish American. But what's the big difference? We all Americans living in a democratic land. No man is an island, so reach your fellow man. Don't you understand? We need each other. Let's move on together. Korean American, Chinese American, Japanese American. But what's the big difference? We all Americans living in a democratic land.